Here's the throw. Safe at the plate. On the board first, it's 1-0.
That is it.
That's just what they needed here. Good team approach to take the lead on the sac fly.
The left fielder.
So up next, Nick Flynn. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Bashes this one to deep left center. That one's got some carry. Goodbye, home run. And that's what the fans came to see. 14th of the year, and that gives them the lead. It's a 2-1 game. He's putting up great at-bats lately, showing a lot of confidence at the plate. And that home run, just another example. That's a good job to be aggressive in the box after watching him closely on the mound. Once you've got his timing down, it's a lot easier to give a strong, confident swing. We move on to the third inning. Coming up to the dish now for Hartford, G.J. Hill. And he's got really good wheels. One of those skills you really can't teach. The windup and the pitch. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. That's going to get into the corner. Chance at a triple. Into third base with a leadoff triple. I love that patient approach from him to work a favorable count. Good job to stay back on that one and not roll over on it. Let it get deep in the zone, then drop the bat head on it and ripped it the other way for a knock. Swings and jolts one to left. This one pretty far back, and it's off the wall. The relay to second, and he's there with a double. And he's clearly locked in after yet another hit. Really seeing the ball well lately. He's a threat every time he steps into the box. Next to bat for the Sea Dogs, Miguel Blaze. Such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Keeps the heart rate low, maintains focus, and doesn't shift approach in run scoring opportunities. Runner takes off for third. This pitch popped up. Kokoska under it. And there's one down. Big opportunity with runners in scoring position, and he just didn't quite square it up. Next batter will look to pick him up. 1 out and 2 on. Stepping in, the switch hitting shortstop, Tyler McDonough. And now the runner breaks for third. Pulls it down, and there are 2 away. To second with the throw, and no chance. So digging in, Bryant Betancourt. Now a flare off the bat. And that falls for a base hit. Lead runner hits second and heads for third. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single. Bottom half of the fifth, and the Sea Dogs batting.
The left fielder, Nick Flynn.
That's towards center. And there's one down. And a high fly out to center. Carey settles underneath it and makes the catch. You know that one leafy green and vegetable juice you can never remember? That's watercress. This message brought to you by our sponsors, the National Watercress Council of America. I'm sure he's disappointed after he didn't get the hit on that line out, but that's great contact. Huge effort at the dish. I hope he savors this game. Performances like this don't happen every day. Nick Flynn has been absolutely phenomenal this season. He's turning heads at the plate. It's the Hartford Yard Goats and the Portland Sea Dogs. First pitch coming your way next. Now it's the switch-hitting outfielder, Cole Carrig. 2 outs and a runner in scoring position. Hard ground ball, base hit. Coming to the plate. Now a long throw home. Comes across to score. It's 7-0. Flynn steps in with the stakes a little higher after last inning. Looking to get something going here for this offense. Here's a laser out to left. One away. That's the aggressive approach that's become more prevalent nowadays. Find the first pitch you think you can drive and take a rip. Great contact, but he wasn't rewarded with a hit. And it stays fair. Around first and digging for second. Here comes the throw. And he's out trying for two. Good hustle trying to stretch the single into a double, but that time he got thrown out. So close to reaching scoring position.
Correct. Now batting, left fielder, Nick Flynn.
And the runner takes off for third. Pitch in for a strike. And safe. That's a stolen base, not close. I think he may have been let down that he didn't get a triple and decided to make it to third anyway on the steal. That's how you use your legs to help the team. Great base running. Frazier standing at third, one away in this inning. That one finds the zone. Got to 0-2 on 2 consecutive sliders, and now he can go a number of ways to finish this hitter off. That pitch just misses the inside corner. So we'll take another look on this catcher's challenge. Didn't miss by a lot, but it'll stay a ball. That knocks him down to 1 challenge left. That ABS review sponsored by Gloucester and Tiresias Optical, innovating vision care since 1887 in Jericho, New York. Try their new daily contact lenses that fully dissolve after 24 hours with a 99% success rate. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Hard hit, but right to him and left. Play at the plate, not in time. Run scores safely. And they're on the board, but lots of ground to make up. Digging in now for the Yard Goats, Ethan Holiday. In the air, along the left field line. Hops over the wall, and that's an automatic double. That's a nice swing for the automatic double there. He gets to just amble into second base and wait for his teammate to drive him in. Picked up an RBI the last time up. Still their only run of the game so far. He's thrown a lot of first pitch strikes, so the hitters need to be ready to swing early. It may not drive up the pitch count too much, but you know you'll have a good shot to do damage. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. Still 1 challenge left for him. Here's the 1-0 offering. They need runners, so he did the right thing to take until he got a strike. But now he has to find a way on base. And the strike is overturned following the review. Not only do they get a big reversal, but they keep their remaining challenge. 2-0 pitch. Swing lifted to left field. Thomas has a beat on it. 1 up, 1 down. So bottom of the 9th, Nick Flynn now at the plate. And this is most likely the last chance to keep the hitting streak alive. This one's crushed deep to left, way out of here. Home run! Wastes no time on this one. Home run number 15 on the year, and they cut into the lead. It's 8-2. To my eye, he looks really comfortable hitting recently. Seeing the ball well, looks confident, and he is punishing every mistake pitch he sees. Not how you... Huge effort at the dish. I hope he savors this game. Performances like this don't happen every day, even if your team does wind up losing. It ain't no race if I don't win. I push that way to get Nick Flynn has been on fire lately, riding a 15-game hitting streak. He's quickly becoming the talk of the league. It's the Hartford Yard Goats and the Portland Sea Dogs. Introductions wrapping up down on the field. First pitch just minutes away. Stepping to the plate for Hartford, Adael Amador. 1-2 now. Line drive, that's a base hit. So they get a runner on with a one-out single. Not many hitters can make that kind of contact on balls in that location. High pitch on a 2-strike count, and he did well to put the barrel on it. Nick Flynn at the plate now, and that's ball one. The pitch. I know he's trying to work down and get the double play, but now that he's down 2-0, he may need to come up to get back into this at bat. 2-0, here's the pitch. And it goes just foul. 2-1 now. Swing, and that ball's smashed on a line. And there's 2 down. No justice in this game. None at all. He was all over that pitch, but might have been better off with a little blooper. Frustrating outcome, but a great swing. That one smashed to left field. That's down. One hops off the wall. Around second now, going for third. And this is going to be a 2-out triple. And you can bet he feels really good about that one. Great swing. Not quite enough to leave the yard, but you could tell it was going to be extra bases as soon as it got over his head and left. Laser to third, but handled well. That ends the inning. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Braylon Wimmer. And 1-2. Fly ball out to left field. Gets there. Got it. Runner tags for home. Play at the plate. Not in time. And the lead is up to 5. It's the Large Lad Burgers big inning. If 3 or more runs score in the bottom of the 6th, your ticket can be exchanged for free absolute unit burger tomorrow at Large Lad Burgers. That one way inside. Next pitch, in for a strike. Batter challenges in a crucial spot. And it'll stay a strike. The umpire was right. So they'll lose their first challenge. Next one's popped in the air into right. Hill under it. And makes the catch. He hits a fly to center. Carey settles under it. And that's the end of the inning. 2 runners left to board. Flynn in the box now takes strike 1. Tough spot for the pitcher, but that's how you want to attack it, by getting ahead early and putting the pressure on the hitter. That one almost got the batter. Tying run waits at the plate. Yanked that changeup back. Just diabolical. Here's the 1-2 offering. In the dirt, but kept it close. Nice job behind the dish. Missed inside with the curveball. And we're getting an ABS challenge from behind the dish. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. They've only got one challenge remaining. And the tying run's at the plate. That one's socked to left field. A dive, and he can't haul it in. Relay! Runner around third. Scores on that one. Now up, Drew Earhart.
The first baseman, Drew Earhart.
1-2 pitch. Got the K. They are down to their final out. Here in the bottom of the ninth, and the home team is trying to rally and at least tie this one up. 0-2, here's the pitch. Ground ball, this one should do it. Or hey,
get down.
On to first, ball game. Always nice to see a player at this level coming to the plate with a plan and delivering strong results. The team may have lost, but he held up his end. Nick Flynn, one of the most electric